Hello and welcome to the Dead by Daylight 1v1 Etiquette guide. In this video I'll give you some tips and guidelines for playing 1v1 matches in DBD version 2.33. Starting off, make sure that the killer is the host of the Kill Your Friends lobby before choosing the killer or setting the map. This ensures that the killer has better ping, resulting in more accurate hits. Rules and expectations. First, understand that this video is to be taken only as a suggestion or recommendation. You should discuss with your opponent any specific rules or expectations you guys might have. This includes allowed perks, add-ons, as well as any optional restrictions you both agree upon. Now, let's talk about recommended survivor perks and add-ons. For the items, survivors should use a green medkit plus gel dressing / surgical suture. When using these add-ons, additionally use botany knowledge to heal faster and to be able to heal yourself 3 times, allowing 4 chases to occur. Other perks I recommend to use are Spine Chill and Resilience to make up for ping differences in making vaults. Dead Hard, Sprint Burst, or Life are my recommendations for the Exhaustion perk. If you don't want to use the Vault Speed build, my recommendation would be Windows of Opportunity to make looping easier, and Iron Will simply because it's pretty good. Playing Trapper is already not a good play, but if you want to play Trapper in a 1v1, don't use traps. Just like Bamboozle, it stops loops, and what is the point of a 1v1 if not chasing, right? For both Billy and the Boob, you should injure the survivor first before using your chainsaw so that their health state counts for something, unless you guys set your own rules for the chase. If you want to go chainsaw only on the Billy, you should inform your opponent beforehand so that they don't bring a medkit. Now, for the add-ons, you need to avoid Incessa add-ons, which are Primer Bulb and Carburetor Tuning Guide. When it comes to 1v1ing a nurse, which is a no-go in version 2.33, but if you find someone who's fine facing her, stay away from double range add-ons, which are Heavy Panting and Dark Cincture. A 5-blink nurse or even a 3-blink nurse is terrible to face against. The add-ons that you should stay away from are Campbell's Last Breath and Fragile Freeze. My favorite to play is the Huntress, and most things are fine with Huntress, however you want to stay away from Iridescent Head. The point of a 1v1 is the chase, so if you only have one hatchet insta-downs, there's not much of a chase going on. Also, stay away from an insta-hatchet, it's very frustrating to face, so do not use Mana Grass Braid and Flower Babushka. I don't get why anyone would go as Myers in a 1v1, but if you do, just don't go tier 3. Add-ons to avoid are Tombstone Piece and both Iridescent add-ons. Just don't go Hag, okay? For Clown, don't use the Flask of Bleach add-on. It's not fun or fair to face. Same with Redhead's Pinky Finger. Like, what is the point of an insta-down? The point is the chase, right? And finally, no one wants to face Spirit, but if your opponent doesn't mind, good luck. Since you now have your killer picked, here's some perks to avoid. Bamboozle, Thanatophobia, Colorophobia, Franklin's Demise, and Lightborn. The others should be self-explanatory as they either don't help you, make resetting longer, or for the case of Bamboozle, just unfair. The whole point of 1v1s is to loop. Just stay away from these perks unless you've agreed with your opponent to use them. The next thing to note is that you only want to run one chase perk in your build. I'll classify chase perks as anything that can contribute to the actual chase. Some of these perks include Enduring, Spirit Fury, Brutal Strength, Unrelenting, and Beast of Prey. Now that you know what you want to use as your chase perk, some other perks you want to use are Dying Light so that your obsession can heal faster, Predator because scratch marks suck, or Bloodhound for even more tracking. To be fair, you don't really need 4 perks to 1v1 as a killer. Personally, I only use Whispers, Brutal Strength, and Predator when I 1v1. In 1v1s, the host should set the map in the settings. Remember, the host should be the killer. Some good maps to choose are Cold Tower, Fractured Cowshed, Blood Lodge, and Gas Haven. You want to avoid indoor maps like Larry's Memorial Institute. Playing other maps is fine, but they might not be as good as the 4 I mentioned previously. But don't forget, this is just my recommendation, so don't be afraid to play any other map. Now, when both the survivor and the killer are ready and the map's set, where do you start? Generally, it is accepted to start at the shack as it has a pallet and a window. From there, you can go anywhere on the map, looping the killer. Once you're both at shack, the killer and the survivor should go to either door. To start the chase, the survivor generally has to crouch at least once. Upon seeing the survivor crouch, the killer should swing while staying completely still to indicate the chase has started. As a survivor, please try avoid infinites, as it is basically impossible for the killer to catch up. Try and make the chase as fair as possible. I would like to briefly mention the chase win conditions for the killers and survivors. The basic one is that if a killer downs a survivor, the chase stops and the killer won. And there isn't a lot more to it, unless you play specific killers like the Huntress, where you could say that if she runs out of hatchets, the survivor has won the chase. But it all depends on what you've discussed with your opponent. Another thing I would like to mention is that if you have more than one survivor, just don't distract the people in chase. Wait until it is your turn. Last but not least, the whole point of a 1v1 is to be chased, so try and actually actively chase, don't hide. I wish you good luck in your future chases and thank you for watching this video.